Should we have given Patchy a role in the movie?
Yes.
If we had to...
A deleted scene.
Yeah, like what would we have done to give him one line?
He's like a YouTube commenter who's like shitting on Grub and Greg.
Like he sees him filming a video in public and he bullies him and gives him grief.
Mm-hmm.
What would you have said, Patchy?
I would have said, "You can hate me now."
But I won't stop now.
So I was doing a live stream, and these two moderators of mine, these adult men, have been forced to see the trailer for a terrible, shitty movie so many times that it has brainwashed them into thinking that every line and moment from the trailer is meme comedic gold. And they were spamming my chat with lines from this movie, and it took me way too long to realize it. And I timed both of them out for like 10 minutes. But then Patchy got me a ticket for the movie, and now here I am.
Not just a ticket, an IMAX ticket for this movie.
Well, don't get excited, E-Rich. I got tricked because this IMAX theater is 45 minutes from my house, so I spent an hour and a half driving round trip to see this movie. And then I found out, or I guess I realized, it wasn't like a trick. It was just more like, oh, it's $4 movie theater day nationwide. I could have seen this across the street from my house and, you know, probably saved a lot of money just in gas. So this is almost extra torturous.
Hey, you got the real Gran Turismo experience. You drove.
Yeah, that's true. Driving home was a very different experience to driving to the theater. Because suddenly I was the race car driver going through traffic and, you know, beating old ladies on the interstate.
Mm-hmm.
Because really, that's what the thrill of racing is, just saying, oh, next person, I gotta pass him. Do you see him? Oh, I see him. And then pass him. Oh, good job.
Wait, stop.
What did you do?
That doesn't always happen.
Most of the time, it's like, well, how's he actually going faster than them? Is he just pushing down harder on the fucking pedal?
It's like in the anime, in any anime, when the main character has to win, they just hit the win button and then they win.
He's racing his line. Did you not pay attention?
The red line.
Yeah, I saw that. That happens a few times, and it's like they should have done it more like, what was that? Joseph Gordon-Levitt movie, Premium Rush, where he like sees the different paths.
They show all the different bad ways.
Yeah, and he crashes and dies. They should have had a lot of that in there.
Well, look, there's a lot of movies that should be more like Premium Rush and they'd be better, but you can't say that about every fucking movie. Yeah,
what if Michael Shannon was one of the race car drivers? That would have been way better.
That'd be so good.
Do you guys want to tell me why you had a meme addiction to this film?
Look, I have seen the trailer for this movie.
It wasn't just us.
1,000 times. Just like he's raced this track in the game 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's been playing in theaters for 9 months or so now before every single movie I've gone to see.
Yeah.
And we see a lot of movies, so obviously we're going to have the whole thing memorized.
And then it did get pushed back. It was pushed back 2 weeks, so then we had 2 extra weeks of movies to watch.
Extra weeks of the ad, yeah.
And you're acting like this was just me and E-Rich, like being autistic or something, but this was like a meme all over the internet that I was seeing. People were mashing quotes from this with quotes from the Oppenheimer trailer.
I must run in better circles online, maybe.
You probably do.
What about you, E-Rich? What drew you to this film?
Okay, so in the past couple years, I've become a huge Formula One fan. I don't know why. I really love racing now. So getting to see a racing movie in the theater, the big screen, the big sounds, the big, who's the Stranger Things guy? I can't fucking remember his name.
David Harbour, big
David Harbour up on screen. And Neil Blomkamp getting his not resurrection, fucking redemption for fucking Chappie.
Can you list off his movies? Because I don't know if I've actually seen one.
District 9, Elysium, and Chappie.
Okay, I did see Elysium, and I did not see the other two.
You haven't seen District 9? Real good fucking movie. We could actually do a kino about that. It's really good.
Isn't it like Lay Refugee movie?
Chappie?
Yeah, that's really bad.
Chappie's the good one, right?
No, Choppy's not very good.
Isn't District 9 like the aliens are lay refugees and no, they're not evil?
Yeah, and a guy turns into a fucking alien. Yeah.
Preachy. Don't preach at me with your sci-fi.
Aw.
I want to see the epic Dune movie where it's slow and boring and Erich gets mad and bans you from the chat.
I think
They
Hugh
deserve
Jackman
it.
with the robot's pretty cool.
Erich did ban somebody for saying that Dune was bad, so I was seeing if he could ban me
Multiple
from the
people.
podcast. More than
Yeah,
one?
twice. 2 people.
Wow, they didn't learn from the first martyr. They needed a second one. Does that happen in the Dune movie, Erich? They start killing people for denying the power of Dune?
I mean, they do, yeah.
Wow. So which character did that make you?
Probably Paul Atreides.
Okay. And my brother's the worm.
Yep.
I've never seen Dune.
Me neither, technically. I mean, I tried.
Uh-oh.
You what, fell asleep?
Aggie fell asleep and then he was snoring. I was like, fuck this. And I just left the room. Like, I'm not going to listen to this. This movie's
So
not
leaving
worth
the
it.
theater, leaving the big IMAX theater, I couldn't tell. Were you a fan of this movie or not?
Well, what did I say to you? Thank you for the ticket to this great film. And then we
Yeah.
walked away.
I couldn't tell if that was sarcastic or if you really enjoyed the great film.
You just walked away.
That's how I
You
said
didn't say
goodbye.
bye to him at all. You just said.
It was very formal. I gave him a handshake. We were wearing suit and ties for the movie, and I said, "Thank you for the ticket to this great film." And then, we had our pleasantries and walked our separate ways.
You were the only one clapping in the theater.
What part did
Oh,
I clap
wow.
at? What line?
When he said, "You puked on my lawn."
That's right. I was expecting to start a chain reaction, theater-wide applause,
Oh,
but not even
man.
my brother would join me.
Damn.
The guy to the right of me was side-eyeing you.
Fuck him. Surely my sarcastic applause is funnier than what's happening in the movie.
You know the old saying, "As goes Patchy, so goes the rest of the theater." As soon as you couldn't get him on board, it was over.
But Doctor, I am Patchy the Clown.
Okay, so this movie is hilarious to me because it's so premised on a gamer becoming a racer and how like the dad is racist against gamers.
The whole movie is racist against gamers. They use the word like it's a slur like 30 times throughout the movie.
Yeah, the hero of the film uses Axe body spray to replace a shower before going on a date.
Right.
And
I mean, like,
let me just say, if you're making a movie about a gamer who has the darkest skinned black man in the entire United Kingdom, and you don't have him actually say the gamer word in the movie, missed opportunity. Like, he would have the pass no matter how light skinned he might look. And I don't know, like, have they not seen a PewDiePie video? Were you waiting for the N-word the whole time, Rich?
I don't know. I don't know how often
He's too busy
British
eating his
teens-
salad.
He's still eating his fucking salad!
Yes.
What kind of salad was that, Rich?
It sounds like it at least.
chicken, buffalo chicken. How often are British teens throwing that around? Pretty often.
I would assume so, yes.
They don't say it in the Alex Rider book for children that I just read.
Okay.
So hard to tell.
I mean, I played some Call of Duty lobbies with some British people. They're not afraid to not say it.
So
Okay,
they
all
did
right.
say that a lot.
I'm trying to think. So, like, the dad in this is a former footballer to the U.S. people. That's soccer. So he used to play soccer, and
Thank you.
he is racist against his son because his son just plays Gran. I was gonna say Forza. He just plays Gran Turismo every day.
You could say he's a Gran Autismo.
Mm-hmm.
A quote the father says to the son is, "I just don't get that PlayStation stuff."
It's so good. Although, fuck, I forgot to mention before the movie of like the actual story of the movie begins, the most insane thing happens, which is that it's almost a commercial for the idea of Gran Turismo opens the movie. And it like talks about the creator
Yes.
of the game as some Japanese guy, I'd assume.
Yeah, do you think maybe this was
the first
like a big
10 minutes.
advertisement for the fucking video game, E-Rich?
And it's like he wanted to make the most like realistic racing sim game. So like there's like all these video of them like scanning cars and like driving the cars with a bunch of cameras on the side, just really getting it so that like you are getting the true feel of racing a car.
Yeah,
I mean,
which
that's
again,
pretty cool.
well, I see it more as an advertisement because they bring that up in every single scene of the movie, and they act like it's the reason why this gamer can be so great, and it's such a realistic video game that you could become a real race car driver. It's like an 80s toy commercial for kids.
Yeah.
That's what this whole movie is, and it sounds like E-Rich was convinced that, I gotta get that game.
I mean, yeah, I'm a big racing fan now. So,
did you spend $500 on the fake steering wheel that plugs into your PlayStation, E-Rich?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll do that.
Oh, E-Rich.
I need the best new gear so I can enter and become a racer for Nissan. And so the scenes between the dad and the main character kid, the most hilariously pat, basically just replacement level disapproving dad with his son who is exploring a hobby that he doesn't understand. It's just the worst possible version of all of this. The first half of this movie basically is terrible.
Just the most generic derivative, every other film ever made kind of first half of the movie, E-Rich.
Yeah, I would say that overall. I think Orlando Bloom is very weird in this movie. He feels like he's in a different movie sometimes. He appears to be like coked up for a lot of it. He's got like wild eyes. I've really never seen this man outside of Lord of the Rings or the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, so I really don't know what his shtick is outside of any of that. But yeah, he was definitely going for something as this like advertising exec who comes up with the idea that we should have races, pull them from being gamers. Gamers can be racers.
And he's pitching that to a car company and not even...
Yeah.
Like, do you guys want to hear my conspiracy theory about the film?
Yes, please.
And this is not based on anything other than my own wild imagination. Sure. And Patchy seems a little bit delayed, unless that's just how he wants to speak, but that's fine.
No, I might be delayed. I don't know.
It was funny to me. But listen, I've never seen, or at least knowingly seen, a Neil Blomkamp movie, and I hardly remember the one that I did see. So I don't know anything about this man politically or his personal life, so I'm just going to make up a bunch of things about him for the sake of this theory.
All right.
So, correct me in the comment section. But basically, what if originally he saw this news story of they had a gamer and during a race, his car flew up into the air and crashed and killed somebody. And then, like, it's inspirational because then he's convinced to get back into the car and overcome his PTSD of being responsible for another human being's death. And ends up getting third place in the dumbest race ever, where they drive for 24 hours in a row.
Yep.
So he's making this movie, but then big Gran Turismo comes in and they say, no, actually, this should be... Because he's making a movie like, oh, fuck the gamer. The gamers, they saw Chappie and said it sucked, and they gave me grief. Like, he has a personal grudge against the gamers.
Oh, wow.
So he wants to make this hate movie against them. Like, a gamer killed a person. Look at this. But then the video game company came in, and it had to be suddenly a generic, feel-good movie advertising the game. And he sabotaged his own movie. And really, if you pay close attention, I think he still has a... He heavily suggests that it is the gamer's fault that the person died. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I don't really see it as he makes it seem like it's the gamer's fault. They do a lot in the movie to make it seem like...
You have to have a 300 IQ like me, E-Rich, so you might have missed this. But Patchy, did you see anything?
What if I were to tell you that the whole movie is a lie?
Uh-oh, but the title of the film was changed too, based on a true story.
The events of the film do not happen in the order of which they happen in real life.
Wait, when did he kill the person?
So
he killed the person after Le Mans race.
What?
After he won the 24-hour race.
Oh my god!
and then he killed the person. And then they canceled this whole GT Academy thing from ever happening again.
Oh,
he was
But
also
they didn't
the
put that in the
third.
movie.
I think he was the third
Yeah.
racer that they chose. Like there were a bunch of people before him, and
This,
I
this
think
was
there were
the
a couple
third
after
time they
that.
were doing that contest.
Mhm.
okay. So that fits into the theory I have, because unless Neil Blomkamp is just a known liar who wants to put out a false narrative, this seems like some studio interference, and the committees in Hollywood that E. Rich loves so much and wants them to win their pathetic strikes, and they took over his movie. And made him put it with fabrications, like a real Oppenheimer type of linear storytelling in the film. Like, let's just hop around in events and not tell you when it's happening. Wink, wink.
Well, no, they're purposely like rejiggering things so that.
I mean, this is
seems
Neil
like-
Blomkamp trying to do Oppenheimer, basically, just to fabricate what actually happened in real life. But here's what happened. At the beginning of the movie, we see him customizing his car in the game, and he chooses lay epic tail flap with the straight up lines or whatever. And then when he's racing, they copied the car he made in the game, and it's not safe. It was good in the game as a strategy to get more float or whatever, but then it worked. It got hit by that wind when he went up that hill, and it's his fault that the car flew in the air.
Yeah, but he's not customizing the car. Nissan.
No,
gives him the car.
they gave him the car that he made in the game, E-Rich.
No,
It was the same
That didn't
tail
happen.
flap.
No.
I'm telling you, Neil Blomkamp wants you to know the gamer's responsible. That's his message for the movie.
I did find it quite interesting that they kept the part where he accidentally kills a person watching the race.
I mean, then you don't have the whole inspirational story if you don't keep that part.
This movie was going to be a 1 out of 5 on Letterboxd until he killed that person, and then I was like, okay, this actually got my attention for about 5 minutes. I'll give it a 2.
You don't need him to have killed somebody. You could just do him like overcoming people being racist against him for being a gamer. Like that could be the main struggle he has. They didn't have to keep, but apparently the real life guy this is based on wanted that to be kept in. I think it should be said that like this does happen quite often, is that cars
He's
go
proud
all over
of
the place. People used in this sport. It used to happen way more often, but it still does happen occasionally.
Patchy,
so.
you said he's proud of it.
He's proud of it. He wanted it in the movie. Also, my ping on Discord is fluctuating up to like 1,000 milliseconds, so
Yeah.
I might be delayed somewhat.
Yeah, we can tell.
Yeah.
Well, you can hate the audio now, but we won't stop
You
now.
won't stop now. I agree with you totally that as soon as I realized that he really did kill someone, it made me so much more invested.
Yeah, otherwise it was like every single thing that happened was predictable. All the character relationships, like, the coach he's all jaded. I'm sorry,
also-
Ray,
okay.
I'm hiding out on this island. I don't want to help gamers.
Those two characters, okay, so Orlando Bloom and why can't I fucking remember that guy's name? David Harbour. Both are not actual people. They're about 3 or 4 different people that they combined to make like a single composite person for Jan to interact with. So like this movie is basically a complete fabrication in a way. But
You see that I didn't know because I was wondering what the guy Orlando Bloom was based on was thinking of this movie, because he was portrayed as like a villain.
A villain
so I don't,
almost, yeah.
Now
right.
hearing that it's multiple people.
He only shoved one guy, and that guy would not shut the fuck up.
But he wanted the second place finisher of the race to be the grand prize winner.
When they're doing the like competition at the very end of the program to see who's going to race for Nissan, they like have a photo finish where Jan nearly looks like he beat the other guy, and then Orlando Bloom wants to cover it up and be like, no, we'll give it to the other guy. He's more camera ready. He's more willing to talk to the press and stuff like that. So yeah.
And in some ways, he might have had a point, because I doubt that the other guy would have killed somebody.
Very true. That spectator might have lived if that other guy was
Yeah, people who look better on camera are less likely to kill people in vehicular manslaughter.
Here's the thing. Any sport, any kind of like thing that is like the biggest stakes for that person participating, but you have to like engender in me, oh, I really want you to win this. That is as low as the stakes can be for me personally, because I don't give a shit whether you are the best racer or the best this or that. But if in going to do that, you kill someone, I am very interested now. Because you have to win now. You have, like, that death cannot have been in vain. You need to redeem yourself in the eyes of everyone. It doesn't matter how accidental it was. You were the one who was in the car that went off course and fucking killed that guy. It's so great.
Yeah, imagine being the family of the man who was killed, and it's like, oh, my family's greatest tragedy is being used to help redeem a gamer for being a race car driver. And there's a whole movie about it.
And the gamer part is the fucking funniest thing ever. Because it's like, we're gonna prove that this gamer can actually race, but the gamer kills someone in trying to prove he can race. It's so good.
Patchy.
That's just good filmmaking to me.
I'm gonna give him a chance to jump in. He might have negative 30 ping.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we lost him.
Apache's on his way to kill someone to get my approval, so he can win my.
He's
approval.
in his race car on his way to my house to use my mic. He's probably been doing zings this whole time, dropping great jokes, and nobody's laughing. Little as you know, we can't hear him. Now he's typing. He can hear us.
He can hear us.
You can hear me now.
But I won't stop now.
I'm okay with us ending this after 23 minutes. I fucking hated this movie.
Hello.
Hey, he's back.
I don't know what happened.
Well, Patchy, you asked me if I was serious about liking the film, so let me turn it back on you.
20 minutes ago.
Yeah, no, I want to turn it back on you now, halfway through the show. Did you actually like this movie?
I thought it was a fine gamer movie. There were some parts that were pretty confusing to me, didn't make a whole lot of sense, that I was hoping E-Rich could explain to me.
Yeah, what didn't make sense to you?
So in the first half of the film, they all, teen hoorah party under the bridge. They get drunk, except for our main character. He's sober the whole time.
Because he has to drive home.
Police chase ensues where he gets pulled over by the police, and he said the sober driver who hasn't been drinking at all is like, I can't get pulled over by these cops. And he speeds off.
I think he's saying, because like his race is tomorrow. So if he's booked up by the police and then...
Why would he get booked up for anything?
I don't know.
E-Rich, do you think that maybe in reality he was wasted because he was drinking at that party and that's why he outran the police?
Possibly. I do know that driving while drunk makes you better at driving.
True.
And
that's what the movie Flight is about.
Do it.
I think after everything else we've seen from this man, we can't believe a word he said, and this police chase probably never even happened.
It was so out of order. This happened like last week, and he's like, "I'll put it at the beginning, say I did it as a kid."
Yeah, I think he's just afraid that he would get in trouble with his parents, and that they would either ground him or he'd be held by the police for whatever reason.
Other than that, there were some lines that I thought were pure kino that I honestly thought I misheard them until I had it confirmed.
When he's in a screenplay?
Yeah.
He's in a race, one of his first ones where he's needing to qualify to get this license or something.
Yeah.
And he's passing or attempting to pass the guy, the main, I don't even remember, Kappa?
Yeah,
their team name was Kappa.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Kappa racer says, "I'm gonna nerf you, gamer." And he slams on his brakes and wrecks him.
Well,
and I'm confused.
About that.
Why would this guy who hates gamers even know to use nerf in that context? When nerf is a gaming term.
Look, it's nerf or nothing. Maybe he knows that.
Well, there were some other ones where the man from Stranger Things says, "You mad, bro?"
Yeah, do you think he posted a troll face on his Facebook account?
Probably.
And then the last kino line that I had to stand up and clap for is in, I believe it was the final race, or one of the big final finishes where he's passing a bunch of people, and the commentators for the race say, It's like he's got a cheat code.
It's so much funnier when you say it. I didn't laugh at all during the movie.
You didn't stand up and clap?
No, I
these
didn't.
gamer references?
Hey, I clapped at the puke part.
It's almost thrown off in the movie. You can barely hear it.
Well, Erich, you probably couldn't hear the line over the sound of chewing on your salad.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Eating the salad.
You need to watch a movie with subtitles or something.
I do. I watch almost everything with subtitles.
Because the salad crunching is just so loud.
There's so
ears.
much crunching.
Jeez.
I think
Crazy crunching.
I think your big mistake seeing this film with me was not getting the alcoholic drink with me that I got.
Well, much like the
film a
gamer,
lot
I
better.
don't drink and drive, Patchy.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, but you can have one drink.
It's a 2-hour movie.
Sit in a 2-hour movie and then go about your way.
No, you guys are.
Whoa.
I'm straight edge.
Whoa.
Hey, I got pulled over on my birthday driving home from a concert, and I did not drink at all at the concert either, just in case. And that's why I didn't get in trouble.
Wow.
And I drank so much I don't remember half the concert, but I didn't drive home.
Yeah. What about during this movie? Do you remember driving home then?
I do. I remember driving home, and I wanted to race so fast, like the true gamer I was, but I had to follow the rules.
You didn't race
Did
a cop.
Did you guys like the racing segments in this movie? Because in
No.
a racing movie, that's about that's all you need to nail is you need to do decent racing.
I like
segments.
the unique camera angle that I'd never seen before to make it look like
drones?
a video game.
Oh.
It's the third person car camera type deal.
So the part that was probably
Other than
filmed in
that-
the studio?
No, that was filmed on the track.
Well, to get the effect of like the car disappearing and turning into parts and you see him sitting, it's probably not actually...
I'm not talking about that.
Oh,
I'm talking about like they had the car as like when you're playing GTA and you see the car from like a somewhat bird's eye view, but not really, just like somewhat above you. And it was just the car with nothing else behind it, no cameras or nothing that you could see. You don't know what I'm talking about?
what about when it popped up and said achievement, escape from police, and you got like the PS4 sound effect?
Yeah,
It's
and,
like-
every
Yeah, go ahead.
every time they did the what lap he was on and what place it was in, it was always like the PS4, PS5 sound effect type
Yeah.
deal.
Did you like that,
Every
Erich?
single time.
They really just had like 5 or 6 ideas about what gamers do, what video games are like, and they were just like, just shove them into the movie. Like, just do anything that these fucking gamers will enjoy. I thought the
Apache,
racing scenes were pretty all right overall. There's some good shots of the cars, some good drone footage they have from the racing.
well, Apache, let me
I
ask
feel like-
you, during the racing
Sure.
scenes, how many times did you count me yawning very loudly by mistake? I was so
Probably
sleepy.
at least, like unironically, 7 times you yawned as loud as you could in this film.
No, I held back, and that was not as loud. It's just, it was so powerful, it was hard to contain. I was so fucking sleepy watching this boring movie.
Yeah, I didn't feel like really like a race scene in any movie. It's just a race scene.
Okay,
It's just cars going fast.
it's certainly no Premium Rush. I understand that. Like,
Everyone's comparing this movie to Ford v Ferrari.
Because they do
Just
Le
because
Mans.
It takes place on the same exact race, and it's like the same underdog story.
Yeah.
But where that movie's like a 9 out of 10, this one's like
Well, that's more of
5
a
out
dad
of 10.
movie, and this is like the gamer son version of the film.
true.
yeah, Jaimon Hansu would watch Ford versus Ferrari, and
Our dad would watch Ford vs. Ferrari, and Patchy, I guess, would watch this one, and I wouldn't watch either. I would watch an
Yeah.
Emp Lemon documentary about a NASCAR thing that happened 30 years ago.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah, one of those.
You'd watch Dale Earnhardt Jr. die.
Senior died. Junior's still alive. Come on.
Oh, that just tells you how much I know about this shit.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think of anything else in the movie. I
mean,
don't
there's so
think
much about
the main kid was particularly good. He's got a very deep voice.
And all the kids that kill you in games online have a high-pitched voice, Rich.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I guess
Wow.
that's not true to life.
Patchy, as a gamer, your whole life, did you find the movie to be realistic?
Yes, I'm always persecuted against. Everyone's calling me scrawny little gamer nerd saying I'll never achieve anything besides playing video games. You can never amount to anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with this GT Academy thing, do you think they should branch out and try it with different video games?
Yes, they should try it with Saints Row and GTA.
I was thinking they should take the world's best Call of Duty player and put him on the front lines of Ukraine with the GoPro, and we see what happens.
Let's get Florian Himsel out there.
He's gonna get triple kills everywhere.
He's gonna be quickscoping them. They won't know what to do.
I would pay to see that for sure. Incredible. Although I think you'd have to like have the guy who says all of the kill streaks and stuff like that. You'd have to have him on the comms, or else the gamer couldn't really like operate.
What about only use me blade and you get him high on meth and give him a sword?
I was thinking that marksman guy that you used to watch.
Oh yeah, he lives in Iowa as well, so he'd be desperate enough to get out of here.
Oh, true.
Yeah, he'd kill it over in Ukraine.
That's where apparently the one person who now Erich says was really 5 different people in the movie.
What?
The Stranger Things cop said he was from Iowa.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, was he? Oh man. Yeah, so one of those people was from Iowa, probably.
Yeah, nobody in our theater clapped. I remember back in the good old days, we had some national pride, statewide pride, and 2007 era, if they said Iowa or like an Iowa city at a movie, the theater would usually clap.
Wow.
Not anymore.
Or at least point and pog.
Just hearing something that they had heard before.
No, because they're talking about us. This is us evidently in the movie. Yeah.
Nobody's ever talking about Iowa.
Thanks to Joe Biden now, we've completely lost our sense of pride.
Mm-hmm.
And back in the Trump days, they were still clapping.
Maybe they feel like they're being pandered to now.
Like in The Boys, the Starlight or whatever. She's from Des Moines, so we all get a clap every time we watch that.
Yeah, very true.
Nice.
What's the best character where you're from? Like Michael Scott?
Yeah, probably Michael Scott. I know that the movie Groundhog Day takes part in Punxsutawney in PA, so there's that. I mean, every fucking like The Sixth Sense, every M. Night Shyamalan movie takes place in like Philadelphia. Even The Last Airbender takes place.
It does? I've not seen that one.
It does.
Should we put that on the poll at some point?
Probably. I wonder if people would make us watch that.
And then we watch James Cameron Avatar instead. Say fuck him.
Oh, we didn't ever review Avatar, did we? We reviewed the second one, right?
Right.
Do you think my audio and my internet not working for the first half of this is going to make people hate me now?
Well, you won't stop now. I think we've been over this.
But I won't
Is this
stop
the sixth time we've done this one?
Yeah. What are the other quotes? I can't see anything. What else is there?
Yeah, you guys are the meme men.
You're going wild. Yeah, I've raced it 1,000 times in the game.
I've raced it 1,000 times. If you miss a line in the game, you reset. If you miss a line in real life, you could die.
Or kill somebody else.
Other spectator could die, yeah.
Uh-huh. Come on, Rich, you should know more. You've seen this trailer 1,000 times.
Monkey. Oh, I do feel like I've seen that trailer 1,000 times. Monkey, if you killed someone, I don't know, while you were podcasting for some reason, would you stop podcasting?
No. No, because that would have to be a truly freak accident, whereas I think there is very little benefit to society or really the world as a whole to just drive very quickly in a circle. Like, I feel like podcasting for the 2,500 people who listen to this every week probably means more to them than like. Could you imagine going to Le Mans as a spectator and fucking sitting in the stands for 24 hours just to watch cars go by you in one spot? Surely a podcast, you're getting more out of that than watching that shit. They go for like the
first hour, and then they come back later on for the last hour. They're not sitting there the whole time. There's no
what
way.
The fuck? That's got to be more boring than watching golf.
Like, if someone said, Monkey's opinion about Gran Turismo makes me want to kill myself, and then, like, I don't know how they would post. post the news.
Rich, I've had fans commit suicide before. It's never stopped me now, and I won't stop now.
You've already left a trail of death in your wake.
It's happened. Some kid's final act on this earth was he made a short film for my short film contest, and then killed himself. And then we watched it, and it's like, oh yeah, he just died.
Well, was it a pretty bad film?
It was a good one, actually. I think he was.
Well, he should have stayed alive so he could make more.
Yeah, I tried to tell them that, but it was too late.
Yeah, they're not going to listen to anything you say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, if I don't know that I would be able to get over being the death of someone. Like, if I would just hit somebody driving on the road, I don't know what I'd do. It would probably take a couple of months.
Time for Uber?
Me to... Uber? You'd instantly go to Uber?
No, that's how you'd have to travel, because you can't drive anymore.
Like, yeah.
It's time for Uber everywhere now.
Oh, but like, I don't even know if I would leave the house for a couple months. Like,
oh, any excuse to fucking stay at home and watch Netflix. Oh, I killed someone. Oh, I'm rich. Oh, I guess I got to stay home and do nothing all day.
Oh no, I guess I got to go on Social Security and Medicare now.
I feel so guilty. Oh.
Time to start that One Piece show.
Hell yeah! I think we will have streamed about that show long before this podcast episode comes out, E-Ridge.
Oh, wow. Incredible.
Because we're doing
What do you mean?
This Monday, we're going to do a live stream.
Bro, whenever we record anything, it's always like, all right, in 3 weeks, that'll come out.
Yeah, it's called Working
No one's
Ahead.
going to care about Gran Turismo in 3 weeks.
Oh, I don't care about it right now, and I'm still here.
Gran Turismo, based on a true story. Please say the correct name of the movie.
Yeah, that's what it'll say in my title.
I can't believe you don't know all the internet memes for this movie. One was people were asking, is this a sequel to that racist Clint Eastwood movie?
Gran Torino.
Yeah, E-Rich, we did get a comment on our short film saying that the direction of it visually is very bad, and that we didn't know how to frame shots for dialogue scenes, and he might be right.
Now, whose job was that?
Yeah, E-Rich, who had the eye for the artistry?
You were the camera operator, and I was I don't know. I don't know what you'd say that I
think
did,
storyboard director is what I would say was your definitive
I don't know.
job.
I think the day of, I remember the director looking back on some scenes and saying, "Oh, this looks great. Oh, I love the way this shot looks."
Hey, I think we did a pretty damn good job. I don't know what that person's bona fides are, but I'd say we did a pretty good.
Well, I don't know. I think it's because we were trying to do it as quick as possible, so we're not going to change our lighting and change the shot for every single piece of dialogue and do it like a real movie would. It is kind of just like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia style, just following the characters around the room.
On the go.
Yeah, and I don't even have a camera where I know how to use depth of field to make the background blurry and focus on the person in the frame. So, like, we're using dog shit over here. Like, I'm not trying to look like a real movie.
One of these $10,000 cameras it seems like every other group has.
Yeah, I guess I just don't take it that seriously. I'm more focused on the characters and the dialogue, really.
The story.
But, you know, to each their own. Maybe that ruined it for him. That's fine. I thought it was okay.
Yeah. You did a pretty good job. Maybe better than parts of Gran. Definitely better than the emotional, dramatic scenes of Gran Turismo.
What do you mean? You didn't like the Spice Girl?
I didn't realize that was a Spice Girl. She was not a very good. Although she kind of reminded me of what's her name from fucking Mission Impossible? Why can't I remember her name?
Mantis?
One of my favorite actresses. No, not Mantis.
No.
Well, who cares?
No, we got to sit here for 5 minutes until he thinks of it.
Hey, Patchy, you have anything you want to plug this week?
Rebecca Ferguson.
How does she remind you of Rebecca Ferguson? They don't even have the same hair color.
Wait, is she like blonde? Is the woman in this blonde?
I thought so. Wasn't she?
She had the same kind of like face or mouth.
Well, I thought she did a great job crying as her son killed a person. So, I don't know what you mean by these emotional scenes didn't work for you.
Wow. Defending it more than the director of... What is our movie called? Taste of Defeat?
He doesn't even know the name of the movie.
Hey, look, I can't remember Rebecca Ferguson's name. I can't remember anything right now.
It's that salad you're eating. It's fogging your brain.
Jerry Halliwell. She looks like a little bit like fucking whatchamacallit? Rebecca Ferguson.
Okay, let's do our lay epic out of 5 scores. On Letterboxd, I gave this a 2. E-Rich gave this a 3. Patchy, what would you give this movie?
Does the Letterboxd have half points? I don't have a Letterboxd.
Yeah, you can get
I mean, I feel bad for going in the middle, but I said earlier it's a 5 out of 10, so I got to go 2.5.
Wow. There you go. E-Rich liked it the most.
Yeah, first half of the movie not very good. Second half of the movie much better. As soon as he killed that person. It sounded
like he just liked the racing scenes a lot, which I feel like racing scenes in every movie are the same.
Stand by that. If he had made more of a movie about him killing the kid or the guy,
and I suspect that's what he wanted to do, and they made him cut it out.
Mm-hmm. Like, imagine if they like sold the movie as if it's like a gamer movie about a gamer getting to be a racer, and then like it was half of the movie about him struggling to come back to racing after having killed that person. That would be an incredible movie. That'd
be an Oscar bait movie, and we could say Stranger Things guy needs to get nominated. Oh my goodness, that character was not generic. But no, he immediately says, I killed a guy with a car too, so you should keep racing. I tell you what.
Wait, David Harbour killed a guy?
He had some sob story. Who fucking?
He got in a crash with a crash with another racer, and the other racer died.
Yeah. Right.
So same fucking.
So he killed
shit.
a guy.
No, but racers aren't people. When you're on the track racing with other people, they have all signed up to die as well as you. So
you're saying racers aren't people. The movie the whole time was saying gamers aren't people.
Yeah.
Who is a person?
Nobody on a racetrack, that's for sure.
How about the nation of Israel, E-Rich? Are those people?
They're definitely people. They should definitely...
you have some advice for them.
Recognize Palestine and give them back their land.
I think we lost 0.2% of our viewers.
Is it true in this Discord chat beforehand when E-Rich was saying he was going to vote for Vivek Ramaswamy? Was that true, E-Rich, or were you just joking?
I don't remember saying that.
E-Rich said he didn't like him until he heard that he denied climate change, and then he said he's going to vote for him. He's a single-issue voter.
Yeah, if you deny climate change, you're a good man.
Yeah! Hell yeah, all 3 of us can agree in this little secret club. Don't tell. Don't let anybody know.
Hey, you guys, you know the best way to keep a secret?
Say it on the podcast?
No.
Kill a gamer?
Yeah, killing everybody else. I said that wrong. It's keeping a secret between 3 people. Kill the other 2 people.
E-Rich, do you want to plug anything? I guess Patchy didn't want to.
Wait, Patchy, you got nothing to plug?
What would I have to plug? I don't make anything.
Twitter, you got that YouTube account where you called me one time.
Check me out in the Simian Jimmy YouTube chat banning you sometime.
Yeah, what should people say in the chat as a secret code if they want to be timed out by you?
Just quote any line from this movie trailer, and I will know the secret code.
Mm-hmm. A fellow brother, you'll salute them as you hit timeout for 30 seconds or 30 seconds.
What should people say for you to ban them, E-Rich?
Say skin divers again, because I'll probably forget about it, and
you'll be safe.
And I'll be safe. Although I'm never in those fucking things, so I'm pretty safe no matter what.
You were watching me while naked in the pool.
I was not naked in the pool. I was already out of the pool.
Oh, I thought you were getting kicked out of the public pool for swimming naked, is what you said.
No.
They let you bring your phone to prison.
You really like to invent things about
reasons for you to be naked.
Yeah. Yeah, why am I naked and all fucking made up?
Originally, the door-to-door salesman of the chocolate bars is going to be a nudist, but E-Rich declined.
I really had to fight against that. You were very, very, like, it was almost Weinstein-esque. You were saying that I would never have a career in Hollywood if I didn't go through with it.
Well, at least you showed me what you were working with behind the scenes, so I knew what to expect.
He said I was being too difficult.
I made you like go in a little 360, twirl around in a circle.
Which I did that. I was fine with that.
Now, Patchy, what did you think about this as everybody was watching?
I mean, we tried it at least a couple shots, right? But then he was holding the chocolate bar box in front of his stuff.
Yeah,
but it
he was
just
like
wasn't
ashamed
working.
of it.
Uh-huh.
No,
He's hiding it behind the box.
The box wasn't covering the whole thing.
Oh, wow. No matter
So
what
we couldn't
angle.
put that in the theater. He had to put his clothes back on.
Yeah, the rule said you cannot show tip of peen or droopy nutsack. So we had to change the scene.
Yeah, incredible. You can find me on x.com, TZAR.
XXX.com.
I wish. I fucking
The
wish.
deleted scenes posted there.
Yeah, you can find the deleted scenes that I'm not okay with on XXX.com.
Okay.
Czar Revan, TZARREVAN, on Letterboxd at Revan138. And I always try to say something fucking funny, but no, I can't think of anything.
You can find me at my home address.
Yeah, what's that?
I'll give you my old address since I'm moving.
Okay, drop that.
Okay.
I want to be moved out before I go away.
Well, this will be like a
my
countdown
old address.
timer when this comes out in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have 30 days to come visit me.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
You didn't plug anything.
What?
He needs to plug his own channel.
Don't
My
subscribe.
There you go.
They're already on his. Oh.
Not if they're listening to this on my channel. I've been recording.
Whoa!
So then you can finally hear my audio.
Oh.
We could hear most of it.
Yeah,
I mean, the
so
first
you're
half of
mostly
this-
fine.
My ping was at like 1,000. And then I had to disconnect and switch to my phone hotspot for my Wi-Fi. And then it fixed it.
Holy shit! Wow. There's that Iowa internet for you.